Teddy?
Oh, Mortimer, where have you been?
I've been over to Dr. Gilchrist. I got his signature on Teddy's commitment papers.
Mortimer, what is the matter with you? Running around getting papers signed at a time like this. You know what Jonathan's doing? He's putting Mr. Hoskins and Mr. Spinalzo in together.
Oh, he is he? Well, let him. Is Teddy upstairs?
Teddy won't give any help.
Once I get Teddy's signature on these commitment papers, I can tackle Jonathan.
Well, what have they got to do with anything?
You had to go and tell Jonathan about those 12 graves. If I can make Teddy responsible for those, I can protect you, don't you see?
No, I don't see. And we pay taxes to have the police protect us.
I'll be right back then.
Come on, no, we're going for the police.
The police? Oh, you can't go for the police.
Why can't we?
Because if you go tell the police about Mr. Spinalzo, they'd find Mr. Hoskins. And if they found Mr. Hoskins, that might make them curious. And then they'd find out about your other 12 gentlemen.
Come, Mortimer. We know the police better than you do. I don't think they pry into our private affairs if we ask them not to.
But if they found your 12 gentlemen, they'd have to report to headquarters.
Well, I don't think they'd bother. They'd have to fill out a very long report, and if there's one thing a policeman hates to do, it's to write.
You couldn't count on that. It might leak out. And you couldn't expect a judge or jury to understand.
Oh, Judge Coleman would. We know him very well. Yes, he always comes to church to pray, just before election. And he's coming here to tea someday. He promised. Oh, Abby, we need to speak to him again about that. You see, he was wiped out a few years ago, and it left him so lonely. Well, come along, Martha.
No, you can't do this. I won't let you. You can't leave this house, and you can't have Judge Coleman for tea.
Well, if you're not going to do something about Mr. Spinalzo, we are.
I am going to do something. We may have to bring the police in later, but do I want to be ready for them?
You've got to get Jonathan out of this house, and Mr. Spinalzo, too.
Will you please let me handle this my way? I've got to talk to Teddy.
Mortimer, if they're not out of here by morning, we're going to call the police.
They will be. I promise. Just go to bed. For God's sake, get out of those clothes. You look like Judith Anderson.
Well, that's a relief, isn't it? Yes. If Mortimer's really going to do something at last, it just means that Jonathan's going to a lot of unnecessary trouble. We better tell him. Oh, Jonathan! You might as well stop what you're doing.
It's all done. Did I hear Mortimer?
We will just have to be undone. You're all going to be out of this house by morning. Mortimer's promise.
Oh, we are. In that case, you and Aunt Martha can run along to bed.
Yes.
Have a pleasant night's sleep.
Come along, Abby.
Night, aunties.
Oh, not good night, Jonathan. Goodbye. By the time we get up, you'll be out of this house. Mortimer's promised, and he has a way of doing it, too.
And Mortimer is back.
Oh, yes, he's up here now talking to Teddy. Goodbye, Jonathan. Goodbye, Jonathan.
Perhaps you should say goodbye to Mortimer.
Oh, you'll see Mortimer.
Yes, I'll see Mortimer.
Oh, that is all taken care of now. As smooth as a lake. Nobody even ever knows they were down there. 48 hours we haven't slept. That bed is feeling so good right now. Come on, Johnny, let's go upstairs to bed.
You're forgetting, Doctor.
But,
My brother, Mortimer.
oh, Johnny, we can take care of that tomorrow night. Or the next day.
No, tonight. Now!
But, Johnny, I'm tired. And I have to operate tomorrow.
Yes, you're operating tomorrow, but tonight we take care of Mortimer.
But, Johnny, I'm tired. Let's go to bed now.
Doctor, look at me. You can see it's going to be done, can't you?
Yeah, I know that look. I've seen it before.
It's a little too late for us to dissolve our partnership.
All right, we will do it. But please, Johnny, for me, the quick way. The quick twist, like in London, yeah?
No, Doctor. I think this calls for something special. I think perhaps the Melbourne method.
Oh, please, Johnny, and not that. 2 hours. It takes 2 hours. And then it is all done, but the fellow in London, he was just as dead as the fellow in Melbourne.
We had to work too fast in London. There was no aesthetic satisfaction in it. But Melbourne, oh, there was something special.
Remember it. Oh, I wish I didn't. And no, Johnny, I will not do that.
Yes, Doctor. Where are the instruments?
No, Johnny, I won't tell you. I will not do it.
Get your instruments!
No, I won't.
Where are they? Yes, you hid them in the cellar. Where?
No, I won't tell you.
I'll find them, Doctor.
Johnny, no, please, not that. Oh.
Don't do that, Mr. President.
But I cannot sign any proclamation without consulting the cabinet.
But this must be a secret.
A secret proclamation? Unusual.
Japan mustn't know until it's signed.
Japan, those devils. I shall sign it right away. You have my word for it. I can let the cabinet know later.
Yes, let's go and sign it.
You wait here. A secret proclamation must be signed in secret.
But at once, Mr. President.
I have to change into my signing clothes.
Ah, there you are. You go now, please.
No, Doctor, I'm waiting for something important.
No, you go. Now.
Dr. Einstein, I have nothing against you personally. You seem like a decent fellow. Take my advice and get out of this house and get just as far away as possible.
Trouble, yeah. You, get out, now.
All right, you'll see I didn't warn you.
You're warning me. Get out, quickly.
Things are going to start popping around here any minute.
Listen, Johnny is in a bad mood right now, and when he is like this, he's a madman. Things start happening. Terrible things.
Jonathan doesn't worry me now.
Ah, God, don't those plays you see teach you anything?
About what?
Well, at least the people in those plays have a bit of sense about them. That is more than I can say for you right now.
You think so? You think people in plays act intelligently? I wish you had to sit through some of the ones I've had to sit through. Take the little opus I saw tonight, for instance. In this play, there's a man. He's supposed to be bright. He knows he's in a house with murderers. Ought to know he's in danger. He's even been warned to get out of the house. But does he go? No, he stays there. I ask you, Doctor, is that what an intelligent person would do?
You are asking me.
He didn't even have sense enough to be on guard, to be frightened. For instance, the murderer invites him to sit down.
Don't you mean, won't you have a seat, please?
Believe it or not, that one was in there too.
And what did he do?
He sat down. And there he sits, this fellow who's supposed to be right, just waiting to be trussed up. And what do you think they used to tie him up with?
But
The curtain cord.
a good choice. Very good choice. Very convenient for him.
A little too convenient. What are playwrights going to use some imagination? The curtain cord.
And he didn't even see him get it.
See it? He sat there with his back to it. I tell you, this is the kind of stuff we have to put up with night after night. And they say critics are killing the theater. It's the playwrights who are killing the theater. So there he sits. This fellow, who's supposed to be grumpy, this big dope, just waiting to be trussed up and gagged.
What? No, John!
Jonathan! Stop! No! Jonathan!
This would be so much easier if you could... You were right about one thing. That fella, he was not very bright.
Now, Mortimer, you don't mind, we'll finish the story. Mortimer, I've been away for 20 years, but never once in all that time, my dear brother, were you out of my mind. In Melbourne, one night, I dreamed of you. And when I landed in San Francisco, I felt a strange satisfaction. Once again, I was in the same country as you. Now we go to work, Doctor.
Please, Johnny, for me, the quickly, yeah?
No, Doctor. This must
Johnny.
really be an artistic achievement.
Johnny, no.
After all, we're performing before a very distinguished critic.
All right, we get it over with now.
All ready for you, Doctor.
Johnny, I have to have a drink. I cannot operate without a drink.
Take it easy, Doctor.
We were in here earlier and there was some wine. Did you see where she put it? It must be in the kitchen. Oh, Johnny, I found the wine. There is some left. We can split it. I think we both need a drink of wine. Okay, Johnny, here you go.
Doctor, where are your manners? Huh. Mortimer, I realize was you who brought me back to Brooklyn. Doctor, to my dear dead brother. Damn that idiot!
George!
He goes next, that's all. He goes next.
No, Johnny, not Teddy. We do not
We get to
accept
Teddy
him.
later.
We do not give him at all.
Now we've got to work fast.
Now can we use a quick way?
Yes, the quick way.
Careful now.
Hey! You gotta tell the colonel to quit blowing that horn.
We've taken the bugle away from him, officer.
There's gonna be heck to pay in the morning. I promised those neighbors they wouldn't do that tomorrow.
We'll handle it, officer. Good night.
Oh, I need to speak to him. Where are the lights? Say, you stood me up. I waited an hour for you at Kelly's place. What happened to him?
He was explaining something that happened to one of the characters in a play he saw tonight. And just like this.
They had that in a play you saw tonight? They practically stole that from the second act of my play. Let's see, in the second act, they were just getting ready to go to... No, I better start at the beginning. It all started in your mother's dressing room, where I was born. Only, I ain't been born yet. Okay, hold on.
Hey,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe what these
No.
guys are
I hear the whole story. So there we were, in my mother's dressing room, see? And in through the door walks a big man with a black mustache. And he turns to me mother and says, Miss Latour, will you marry me? He didn't know she was pregnant. So there we were, in my mother's dressing room. And there she was, laid out on the table, unconscious in her lingerie. The man with the black mustache was standing over her with a big hatchet. I was sitting in a chair, dressed up just like you. And there was fire all over the room. The whole room was an inferno. Then suddenly, in through the window comes Mayor LaGuardia. Hey, you know who paid for that? Go easy on that stuff.
Well, at least I'm listening to your play.
How do you like it so far?
Well, you seem to have put Johnny to sleep, Bill.
Leave him alone. If you don't like it any better than that, well, you don't deserve a drink. So, okay, where was I? All right, it's 3 days later. I've been transferred, see? And I'm working under charges on account of somebody stole me badge. So, I'm walking the beat on Staten Island, precinct 46. When turns out the guy I'm following is actually following me. So don't let anybody in. So here I am. I figure I'll outsmart him, see? In the corner there's a vacant house. So I crawl through the door.
Johnny,
I'm waiting in
the
the dark.
cops are here. We've got to go.
Suddenly, I
Go on
see
your
the
own.
doorknob turning. So I backs up. I pulls me gun. I braces against the wall and yell, "Come in!" Oh, hello, officers.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, I'm just here writing me play with Mortimer Brewster.
What you have to do? Time on to make him listen? Joe, you better report in at the station. The whole force is out looking for you.
Oh, did they send you over here to pick me up?
We didn't know you was here. We came to warn the old ladies there's hell to pay. The colonel blew the bugle again in the middle of the night. Yeah, from the way the neighbors been calling in about it, you'd think the Germans had dropped a bomb on Flatbush Avenue. The lieutenant's on the warpath. He says the colonel's got to go away someplace.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Mr. Brewster. Let me tell you the third act real quick.
Get away from me.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's after 8 o'clock in the morning.
Gee, Mr. Brewster. I know the first 2 acts run kind of long, but I can't think of anything to leave out.
You can leave it all out.
Who the hell is this guy?
That's my brother.
Oh, the one that ran away? So he came back?
Yes, he came back.
Brophy, get me Mac. Joe will have to let him know we found you. Mac, you can tell the lieutenant he can call off the big manhunt. We found him in the Brewster house. You want us to bring him in? Oh, okay. We'll hold him right here. The lieutenant's on his way over.
So I've been turned in, eh? All right, you got me. I suppose you and that stool pigeon brother of mine split the reward.
Reward?
Now I'll do some turning in. You think my aunt's a sweet, charming old ladies, don't you? Well, there are 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
What do you think you're talking about? You gotta be careful how you talk about those aunts of yours. They happen to be friends of mine.
I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. Come to the cellar with me.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't you want to see what's in the cellar? 13 bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you going to come to the cellar with me?
Klein, go on down to the cellar with him.
Well, I don't think I want to go down to the cellar with him. Look at that horse. He looks like Boris Karloff. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get him off! Oh, jeez. Oh, think of that.
What the devil you officers doing here? I told you I was going to handle this.
Well, he came out and he just...
What happened here? Did he put up a fight?
This ain't the guy that blows the bugle. This is his brother. He tried to kill Klein.
Peter, all I said was he looks like Boris Karloff.
Send him over.
We kinda think he's wanted somewhere.
Oh, you kind of think he's wanted somewhere. Well, if you guys don't look at the circulars we hang out at the station, maybe the two of you could read True Detective. Certainly he's wanted. In Indiana. Escaped from the prison for the criminally insane. He's a lifer, for God's sake. He was described like this. He looked like Karloff.
Hey, was there ever one mentioned?
Yeah. And I'm claiming.
He tried to get us down in the cellar.
Yeah, he's the one that said there were 13 bodies down there.
13 bodies. And that didn't tip you dopes off that he came out of a nut house?
Well, I thought he talked crazy myself.
Oh, no. It's Shakespeare. Where have you been all night?
I've
You
been
didn't
right.
bother to tell me.
Oh, I've been right here with Mortimer Brewster right when we play.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're gonna have plenty of time to write that play. You're suspended. Now get back and report it.
Say, can I come by the station and use the typewriter?
No! Get out of here! Take this guy somewhere else and bring you to. See what you can find out about his accomplice. The guy that helped him escape. He's wanted too. No wonder Brooklyn's in the shape it's in with a police force full of flatheads like you, falling for a story like that. 13 bodies in the cellar.
Oh, but there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Who are you?
I'm President Roosevelt.
What the hell is this?
He's the guy that blows the bugle.
Good morning, Colonel.
Colonel, you blown your last bugle.
Dear me, another yellow fever victim.
What?
All the bodies in the basement are yellow fever victims.
Oh no, Colonel, this is a spy we found in the White House.
You get that guy out of here!
If there's any questioning of spies, that's my department.
You keep at this.
You're forgetting. As president, I'm also head of the Secret Service.
Captain, I'm Mortimer Brewster.
Are you sure?
I wanted to talk to you about my brother, the one who blew the bugle.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that now, Mr. Brewster. He's gotta be put away.
I quite agree. In fact, it's all arranged for. I had his papers signed by Dr. Gilchrist, my family physician, and Teddy signed them himself, and I signed his next of kin.
Where's he going?
Happy Dale.
All right, I don't care where he goes, as long as he goes.
He's going. But I wanted you to know that everything that's happened around here, Teddy's responsible for. Now,
those 13 bodies in the cellar.
Yeah. 13 bodies in the cellar. You know, it ain't enough that the neighbors are all afraid of him. It is disturbing the peace with that bugle. But can you imagine what would happen if that cockeyed story about 13 bodies in the cellar got around? And now he's starting a yellow fever scare. Cute, ain't it?
13 bodies in the cellar. You think anybody believed that?
Well, you can't tell. Some people are just dumb enough. You don't know what to believe sometimes. Why? This time last year, a crazy guy started a murder room over at Greenpoint, and I had to dig up a half-acre lot just to prove it.
Will you excuse me?
Good morning, Mortimer.
Good morning, dear.
This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's come to meet Teddy.
To meet Teddy?
Mr. Witherspoon's the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, come right in. This is Captain,
Lieutenant Williams. I'm glad you're here, Super, because you're taking him back with you today. Today?
Not
I
today.
had no idea.
Elaine, I've got a lot of business to attend to, so you run along home and I'll call you.
I didn't realize it was this immediate.
Papers are all signed. He goes today.
Complete insubordination. I'll have you gentlemen know I'm no mollycoddle. When the President of the United States is treated as such. What's this come to?
There's your man, Super.
Just a minute. Mr. President, I have some very good news for you. Your term of office is over.
Is it March the 4th?
Practically.
Let's see. I shall go on my hunting trip to Africa. I'll get started immediately. Is he trying to move into the White House before I've even moved up?
Who, Teddy?
Taft.
This isn't Mr. Taft, Teddy. This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's to be your guide in Africa.
Oh, bully! Just bully! I shall go at once to get my equipment. And when the safari comes, tell them to wait. Goodbye, Aunt Tabby. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. I'm on my way to Africa. Isn't it wonderful?
Good morning, darlings.
Well, it looks like we have visitors.
This is Lieutenant Rooney.
Oh, how do you do, Lieutenant? My, you don't look like the bus budget the policemen say you are.
The lieutenant has come to... You know, Teddy blew his bugle again last night.
We're going to speak to Teddy about that.
I'm afraid it's a little more serious than that, Miss Rooster.
And you haven't met Mr. Witherspoon. He's the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Oh, you come to meet Teddy.
He's come. Take him.
Aunties, the police want Teddy to go there today.
Oh, no. No. Not while we're alive.
I'm sorry, Miss Brewster, but it has to be done. The papers are all signed, and he's going along with the superintendent.
Oh, we won't permit it. We promised to take the bugle away from here. We won't be separated from Teddy.
Sorry, ladies, but the law's the law. He's committed himself, and he's going.
Well, if he goes, we're going too. Well, yes, you'll have to take us along with him.
But why not?
Well, that's sweet of them to want to, but, you see, we don't take sane people at Happydale.
Mr. Witherspoon, if you let us go to live there with Teddy, we will see to it that Happydale is included in our will.
Well.
And for a very generous amount.
Oh, well, Lord knows we could use the finances, but
Now,
I'm
let's be
afraid.
sensible about this, ladies. For instance, I'm a very busy man, and I've got serious work to do. You know there are still murders to be solved here in Brooklyn.
Yes. Oh, are there?
It ain't just his bugle blowing and the neighbors are all afraid of him, but things would only get worse. Sooner or later, we'd be put to the trouble of digging up your cellar.
Our cellar.
Yeah. He's been telling around that there are 13 bodies buried in your cellar.
But there are 13 bodies buried in our cellar. If you think that's why Teddy has to go away, then you just come down to the cellar with us and we'll prove it to you. There is one, Mr. Spinalzo, who doesn't belong here and who will have to leave. But the other 12 are our gentlemen.
I don't think the lieutenant wants to go down to the cellar. He was telling me that only last year he had to dig up a half-acre lot. Isn't that right, Lieutenant?
That's right.
Oh, you wouldn't have to dig here. Oh, the graves are marked. We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers. Superintendent, don't you think you can find a room for these ladies?
Well,
Well, if you come along with us. We'll show you the grave.
I'll take your word for it, sister. I'm a busy man. Now, how about it, sir?
Well, they'd have to be committed.
And Teddy committed himself. Can't they commit themselves? Can't they sign the papers?
Why, certainly, yes.
Well, if we can go with Teddy, of course we'll sign the papers. Where are they? Yes, where are they?
He's coming around there, Lieutenant.
Oh, good morning, Officer Clyde.
Morning, Officer Clyde. Are you here too?
Oh, yeah, me and Brophy, we got your other nephew in the kitchen.
Well, sign him up, Super. I want to get this all cleaned up. 13 bodies.
You'll sign right here.
And you here, Aunt Abby?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to going. The neighborhood here has so just think, a front lawn again.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. We've overlooked something.
What?
We're going to need the signature of a doctor.
Dr. Einstein! Come on over here. We'd like you to sign some papers for us. We really mustn't be going. You know, at one point last night, I thought the doctor was going to operate on me. Just come right over here, doctor.
Where are you leaving,
Stand right
Doctor?
here.
I really must be going now.
Aren't you going to wait for Jonathan?
I do not think Jonathan and I are going to the same place.
Hello, Elaine. Good to see you. Stick around, huh?
Don't worry, I'm going to.
Hello, Mac. Yeah, Rudy. Look, we picked up that guy that's wanted in Indiana. Now, there's a description of his accomplice. It's right on the desk there. Read it to me. Uh-huh. About 54, 5'6", 140 pounds, blue eyes, speaks with a weird accent, poses as a doctor. All right, Matt, thanks.
Well, it's all right, Lieutenant. The doctor here has completed all of our signatures.
Gee, thanks, Doc. You're really doing book of service.
Now, monsieur, would you please sign as next of kin, sir?
Of course. Right here?
Yes, right there, then. And on this one.
And this makes everything legal. Everything is legal.
Absolutely complete.
Well, aunties, now you're safe.
Ladies, when will you be able to start?
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon, why don't you go upstairs and show Teddy just what he can take along with him?
I'll show you.
Oh, no, you stay here. We want to talk to you, Mortimer. That's right, Mr. Witherspoon. Up the stairs and turn to the left. Yes. Now, Mortimer, now that we're leaving too, this house really belongs to you. Yes, we want you to live here now.
Oh, no, Aunt Abby. This house is too full of memories.
You had a home when you and Elaine were married.
Oh, dear. That's very indefinite.
Well, it's nothing of the kind. We're going to be married right away.
Oh, Mortimer, we are really very worried about something.
Don't worry, you're going to love it at Happy Dale.
Oh, we're very happy about that. That's just it. We don't want anything to go wrong. Will they investigate those signatures?
Don't worry, they're not going to look up Dr. Einstein.
It's not his signature, dear. It's yours. You see, you signed as next of kin.
Of course. Why not?
Well, Mortimer, we never wanted to tell you this, but you're a man now, and it's something Elaine should know about too. You see, dear, you're not really a Brewster. You see, dear, your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months afterward. Her poor husband had just died, but she was such a sweet woman and such a good cook that we didn't want to lose her. So brother married her.
I'm not really a Brewster.
Oh, don't feel bad about it, dear. And won't make any difference to you, Elaine.
Did you hear? Do you understand?
Well, I guess I'd better go see about breakfast.
Mortimer's coming over to my house. Father's gone to Philadelphia, and Mortimer and I are going to have breakfast together.
I need some coffee. I've had quite a night.
Well, in that case, I should think you'd want to get to bed.
I do.
Oh, one moment, Witherspoon. To take this.
We won't need the wagon. My car's up front.
Oh, Jonathan, are you leaving now?
Yeah, he's going back to Indiana. There's some people there who want to take care of him the rest of his life.
Well, Jonathan, it's nice to know you have some place to go.
Really, you too?
Yes, we're going to Happy Dale.
Oh, then this house is seeing the last of the Brewsters.
Unless Mortimer wants to live here.
I have a suggestion to make. Why don't you leave this property to the church?
Well, we never thought of that.
After all, it should be part of the cemetery.
All right, let's move along. You're a busy man.
Goodbye, aunties. Well, I can't better my record now, but neither can you. At least I have that satisfaction. The score stands even. 12 to 12.
Jonathan always was a mean boy. He could never stand for anyone to get ahead of him. I wish there was some way we could show him that he isn't so smart. Oh, Mr. Witherspoon,
Yes?
does your family live with you at Happy Dale?
Oh, I have no family.
Well, then you must consider all the people at Happydale your family.
Oh, you must be under some misunderstanding. You see, in my role, I have to be quite aloof from all the rest.
Oh, that must make it very lonely for you.
Well, it does, but my duty is my duty.
Well, Martha, if Mr. Witherspoon won't join us for breakfast, I think the least we can do is offer him a glass of elderberry wine.
We take this ourselves.
Elderberry wine?
Yes.
Why, yes. Of course, at Happydale, our relationship will have to be much more formal, but here, elderberry wine. You don't see much elderberry wine these days. In fact, I thought I had had my last glass of it.
Oh, no.
No, here it is.
How delicious